You know, it's sad when a cat's a better hustler than you.
Hey, it's me, Jimmy D, and welcome to this week's episode of Knights of the Geek Table, where we talk, no table. So today we're going to talk about the one and the only Boomerang, the channel that showed us all the beloved cartoons from when we were children.
Which channel that, in layman's terms, is still active today, but is basically dead.
Yeah, it's pretty dead.
It's dead. It's been dead since about 2012.
Yeah, and that's sad because
It's really sad.
Boomerang was up there with like my favorite channels. It was part of the big four: Boomerang, Disney, Nick, and Cartoon Network. Like those were the big ones, and Boomerang was one I could sit and watch constantly. Unlike the other ones where I would watch a show and change it and all, Boomerang you could sit through all fucking day and watch.
Says that the channel is pretty much dead and has been pretty much replaced by nothing but like Teen Titans Go, Gumball, and maybe like Adventure Time or Steven Universe. But any of what had really happened from this show that was here to bring back old cartoons that Ted Turner originally started Cartoon Network with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like this conclave of just, memory to, preserve and, hey, bring kids into these, old cartoons. It's pretty much now all but dead, except for maybe a rerun of like Tom and Jerry or something at like 2 a.m. Because, kids are totally up at 2 a.m.
And like it wasn't even just the shows. Everything about Boomerang was memorable. The thing that
The fucking bumpers, the groovies. Oh my god, I wish they would do modern groovies. That would be so great.
Oh my god, the fucking the little like mini cartoons that happened in before where
Yeah.
or
Because the thing about Boomerang is there was no commercial breaks.
No.
It was pretty much promoting other products or having like kind of an MTV kind of music video or groovy, in the middle of it. There really wasn't any commercial breaks.
Top Cat and fucking Jetsons, Flintstones. Those shows were kind of still around, floating around stuff, but like the original shit.
Yeah.
And Yogi Bear, the fucking
Yogi Bear, Hong Kong Phooey, Huckleberry Hound,
Hong Kong food.
Shit, Dick Dastardly, Penelope Cruz, and the Wacky Racers.
The dad,
Top Cat.
the dad,
How the
and
fuck could I forget Top Cat?
the dad puppy and the puppy.
Yeah, those two. Snagglepuss.
Oh god, yeah.
Exit. Stage left.
Pink Panther.
Pink Panther.
Uh,
So many iconic characters. The Flintstones and the Jetsons. Like, hello. Some of the most iconic television families besides probably like The Simpsons or something.
the Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
The Snorks.
The Snorks. Which were just the rip-offs of the Smurfs.
But sometimes the stories
didn't
were
care.
better. I enjoyed the Snorks.
The fucking, the Bug.
Oh my god, yes.
Scooby-Doo and the 3 rip-off teams.
Scooby-Doo and the 13 Ghosts, Scooby and Shaggy, Scooby
I know
and
what you
Scrappy-Doo.
like, how they tried to make, like,
Oh, I know.
the
Speed
Racer Vans, and
Speed
like Josie
Buggy.
the Pussycats and Friends.
Speed Buggy.
Yeah. Oh my god, just so many. Johnny Quest.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, fucking Johnny Quest.
The new Scooby-Doo movies with all the old celebrities being part of it.
Those were honestly some of my favorites.
Fuck.
I was just seeing him team up with like Adam West Batman, the Harlem Globetrotters, fucking Don Rickles.
Oh my god, yes. Every fucking thing was Don Rickles.
But
it hits us at times when
it does. And it's really sad to see that pretty much gone.
yeah. I mean,
Like, basically gone and put in place for Go.
okay, so I know you probably remember Cody, but Boomerang used to have this thing where each month a certain cartoon would
Oh
be
yeah, they would
highlight.
honor a certain character.
Yeah. So on Saturdays and half a Sunday, they would just air that show all day, all night for the whole weekend.
Which was great because
Fantastic.
it was a lot of it got people into their cartoon,
Mhm.
you know?
Because it was the first binge watch
Yeah.
of a show.
It's the first binge watch.
Fucking
And oh my god, I love their bumpers because their bumpers would always have like these really interesting like lunchbox or like small little figures, and it made you think like I want those.
yeah, and you're like, no, those are antiques.
Cartoon Network as a whole is kind of just
Gone.
on the downfall.
And we thought it was coming back.
What? It wasn't. We didn't think it. It was. Okay.
Yeah.
The problem is, those shows that are coming back are now either ending or have ended, and they really don't have anything to replace them with.
True. It's
Okay.
that fucking
Regular show is ended. Adventure Time has this season and next season, and then Gumball I think is ended.
Yeah.
Or is ended. Okay.
and they won't bring shows that are as good. I mean, in fucking
No, they won't.
Infinity Train.
Was oh my god, that was great.
That was
there was so much
fantastic.
potential you had
It-
for Infinity Train.
And they have done nothing with it.
They've done nothing with. You know their new show, OKKO Heroes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how it's just now getting a spot?
Yeah.
That was in developmental hell for almost 4 years. Until thanks to a lot of loyal fans who kept rewatching the shorts on internet saying, pick this up, make this a show, pick this up.
Okay, so when we were younger,
And even then, it even gets better. Leading up to it, it is 4 days of nothing but Teen Titans Go. All day.
4 days.
And then occasionally OKKO will break it up. But yeah, 4 days because Go is supposedly having this 4-parter of
96
a
hours.
episode that apparently,
96 hours of Teen Titans.
because Go is supposedly having this 4-parter of this current episode that a lot of people kind of liked, like even the old fans who just despise the show were like, okay, yeah, that episode, that's kind of cool. They're having a 4-parter based on that. But I guess to build it up, we're having 4 days of nothing but it.
96 hours.
And then OKKO will occasionally draft it in there, which I don't know why, because, okay, if Comic-Con proved anything, and is that DC knows.
Mm-hmm.
They know that the show's not good. People hate the show.
It was on the walls. It was on the bags.
Yeah, fans hate the show. Like, the show gets it because they've done multiple episodes of poking fun at the old show. DC gets it. You know, the executives, everybody gets it.
Except Cartoon Network.
The problem is, the show still makes money.
Yeah, it does.
Sure, it's not pulling in the 2 to 2.5 million views it was pulling in. It's still pulling in over the million views.
It's the SpongeBob of Cartoon Network.
So, yes, the decrease is falling, but it's still making a shit ton of cash because they're playing it so fucking often.
Yep. Back to Boomerang, though.
Well, no, Boomerang, the reason I got into this rant is because this is Go and stuff like that is the reason of the downfall for Boomerang.
Because Boomerang used to have
once 2012 came in, and they started this whole rebranding, Go is a majority, and Gumball, but mostly Go is a majority of what you see on the Boomerang network.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much turned into a secondary Cartoon Network.
Well, that's the thing. Boomerang used to have a cutoff period for time because they would have any show made after this will not be on Boomerang,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just gone.
Oh yeah.
I understand sliding the
No.
bar, but it should not be at. It should be at regular the old Teen Titans before it even got to Teen Titans Go.
Oh, don't get me wrong. The I think original Teen Titans run was on there for a bit. Hell, the original Four Kids version of Pokemon was on there for a bit.
Yeah, that was on there probably right when it started, right before 2012. I remember.
Yeah, it was on there around mid 2000s.
Yeah.
You know, that was on there. That was really good, but you could slowly see that by then, like they were starting to give up. You know, CN Real was a huge thing,
Mm-hmm.
and God help you for CN Real. Like, I'm sorry, I still don't forgive you for that shit. You fucked up that bad.
It just makes me sad.
It makes me sad that these shows are pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's not even that they're gone. They just refuse to put them. And I don't know if they might. I heard that all the past Boomerang shows are on Boomerang's streaming service.
see, that's all they care about. That's using my second point. Reason number two, another thing this video that I watched earlier today kind of pointed out was the head channel, the BP of Cartoon Network, really doesn't give a shit about the channel anymore. She gives a shit about like streaming and the online services, and which I get it because that's where a lot of people think the future is headed towards, is like streaming and whatnot.
But if
You know,
they think the channel is shit, they're never even going to look at the streaming service.
no, she cares a fuck about Adult Swim because
Oh, that starts at
this is
7
where-
fucking o'clock.
well, she cares a fuck about Adult Swim, which you got to thank your boy Tom for that, because Tom came in and was like, I run this shit, so I'm gonna bring your ratings back. Just give me fucking Toonami. We gonna bring your ratings back. You know?
Yeah. And give me
So,
Samurai
I
Jack.
thank Tom for that one. He made Adult Swim popular because I did a whole other video on Adult Swim. I was thinking about doing a top 15 greatest Adult Swim shows because believe it or not, Adult Swim really does have some good shows.
Yeah, it does. And I about watch Adult
Like
Swim.
even the surreal, weird type shows. You know,
Oh, sometimes the weird ones on Adult Swim are the best ones.
oh, they were. They so
Oh
were.
my God.
Like, I absolutely despise Tim and Eric. I do. I fucking hate the show, but even I can't sit down and watch an episode or two every now and then to just, what is
Okay,
this?
I just gotta say.
What are you?
So this is kind of off topic, but it relates. I remember a few years ago for April Fool's Day on Adult Swim, they decided to do Marathon The Room. Okay? I thought it was one long Tim and Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had never seen it before until I saw it on that April's Fools. I thought it was one long Tim and Eric, and I was waiting for Tim and Eric to show up.
All right, but yeah, that's pretty much. It's sad to see that that's where the channels come.
Let me edit your picture real quick.
It does help because you can go on Amazon now and buy the series for really cheap now, and it's like the whole show.
Yeah. And Amazon has helped watch those shows back, but it's nothing like waking up Saturday morning to see what character of the month is going to be fucking shown in, I don't know.
There's nothing like waking up in the morning, like early ass morning, like 6 or 7 in the morning,
Yeah.
heading upstairs, grab a cereal, go down, watch some fucking Top Cat,
Oh
followed up
yeah.
by Hong Kong Phooey, followed up by like an hour of like the Flintstones and Jetsons.
Yes.
It's like, okay, man, and then you can go out and start your day. It's like, oh, sorry, I want to eat like my cereal or my fucking, pancakes while watching Top Cat.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm 18.
I understand perfectly.
I mean, I'm 16 or 17 or hell, even 18.
I mean,
You know?
it was a show that not only kids could watch but grown-ups could watch. It had mass appeal, and it's missing all of that now. It's just shit in a way, honestly.
Well, yeah,
Um,
because, and be honest, it's sad to say, but everything's online now.
yeah, it is.
So,
But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of Nights.
very short nights compared to our standards.
Yes, but we got all of our points across. Basically, we were able to discuss a
We
little
did.
bit.
I mean, we didn't really ramble a lot, and
No, and honestly, sometimes our rambles get too long.
yeah, and I mean, as much as I love Boomerang, there's not really a lot to talk about.
True.
And yeah, I mean, yes, I do love the network, and I wish that it would go back to the way it was. It probably never will.
No.
That's the sad thing. But it was fun while it lasted.
Mhm.
But now I have the internet and I can buy shit and own it at my house forever. So
True. On that note, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and like always, I will see you in the next one. Later.